today I was watching Justice League Crisis on Infinite Earths. It's a great series, it blew my expectations. Like it is a animated series and a cartoon-like style. And I had watched the trailer sometime back, but I wasn't much interested. But I came across it on Geo Cinema, like it's I think on premium, and Geo Cinema premium is not much expensive, so I was just exploring and I came across the cartoon series. And the thing is, I wasn't expecting to just complete the episode because it is almost 1 hour 30 minutes. But I started watching it and I binge watched the entire episode. Then I also watched the part two. The reason for that is because I have been a Marvel fan since a long time, and I don't pay much attention to DC or Justice League. But this was a series which was wonderful. The reason for this is because it beautifully captures the story of Flash. Like it starts from a small part of Flash lives where he meets a girl. He sits. So the girl is a waitress. She encounters him in a cafe, and they both meet. And then there is a marriage day where they are about to get married, and then a crisis comes in, and the entire story arc changes from that moment. But the thing that I found interesting was because it was the switch from different timelines. So in this story, what happens is Flash is Flash has the ability to switch from different timelines, and he is able to like time jump from one timeline to another, or even from one world to another, or in this case from one universe to another. So the story arc shifts from different times and different universes, and it is a compelling story where you see 5 minutes of one timeline, then 5 minutes of another timeline, then 5 minutes you are into some other universe, then some other universe, and so on and so forth. It's an action-packed series, and for 1.5 hours you get to enjoy a lot of transitions like this, and you are able to see the story in parts, and eventually at the end you realize and all the parts come together. So Marvel has been like trying to grasp the concept of multiverse and trying to bring in the concept of multiverse in the best way possible. But the way in which multiverse is handled in this series is exceptionally well, and the part one is really good. It felt really nice to see the story arc in which Flash is trying to save different universes. He is trying to gather different heroes from the universes, and he's trying to bring them together, and he's trying to save different Earths from different timelines. So basically, there is a antimatter wave which is like trying to destroy Earths in different universes, and the role of Flash and other superheroes is to save the Earths in different universes from that antimatter wave. And it's a beautiful concept, and the way in which the multiverse is handled, like it's not complicated at all. It is handled very simply and conveyed very simply that Earths from different universes are visible, and characters from different universes are able to talk to each other, and they are able to communicate, and they are able to come together and save different Earths from different universes. Pretty simple storyline, and pretty simple way in which the multiverse is handled. And this is possible because it's a cartoon. And as I mentioned initially, that this is a cartoon, so it is very easy to do some things in an animated way than it is to be done in higher level CGI or real life replica CGI like we have in the Marvel movies or DC movies that we see in theaters. But in cartoon, it is much easier to handle the complicated things like this. It is just like that Dragon Ball Z is much more better in terms of an anime or cartoon in whichever way you want to see it than it was when it was adapted into a movie. Similarly, the concept of multiverse is handled in much more better manner and in much more easier manner in the comical style and in cartoon style, and it is a fun to watch. Like you see Flash starting from his young age to old age, and then different variations of Flash in different universes, then different variations of superheroes, like they are able to show different universes and how the heroes are able to handle them. There are anti-heroes as well, and how Flash is able to eventually try his best to save the universes, and in the end it is left on a hook, which is covered in the episode 2. Episode 2 wasn't much interesting as episode 1, but it was fun to watch. And I think episode 3 is releasing tomorrow or day after tomorrow, I don't know, July 16th. And it's a great series, and like all the heroes are wonderfully captured, and the way in which different superheroes from DC universe are conveyed and they are portrayed is really great. So if you get time, try to watch this cartoon if you want to. But yeah, it was a good investment of time. Like I wanted to create YouTube videos today, but it was Sunday, so I was lazing around, and I just started this cartoon series, and I watched 3 hours of content in one go, and it was well worth it because the way in which superheroes are conveyed. Like as I have aged, like I'm currently I guess 31 years old, so I find it a little boring to delve myself into fictional worlds now. Like I have my own cup of, I don't know. I have been watching fictional science fiction movies a lot, like the entire Marvel's superhero arc, and I was feeling bored of watching Marvel movies lately. But this cartoon got my interest back into the superhero series, and it was really well. So if you find time, you can just glimpse over it or just watch it, whichever way you find it. But these were my honest views on Justice League Crisis on Infinite Earths. It's a really great series. Yeah. So that's it from my end for today. Thank you. Have a nice day. Goodbye.